welcome to my new video. I hope that you're enjoying a little bit of my wisdom and that I can bring some clarity and some guidance on your journey wherever you are in your journey. And today I want to address one of the comments that I got on one of my previous videos, where one of my subscribers was saying that after his awakening, he had the feeling that there were two of him. So like the observer and the person. And he mentioned a feeling of separation. I want to address this because this is quite common, not just on Kundalini awakenings, but on also normal spiritual awakenings. When you have a mystical experience, when you have a realization of the self, there is a period of time where you do feel separate. You feel separate from the world. You feel separate from you. So let me try and explain this. If you've gone through this experience, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, it's just try to just get an idea of what I'm talking about. It's a bit different if you haven't experienced it. It's a little bit difficult to understand. So when you go through this awakening and this expansion, you start realizing that there is an observer. There is a part of yourself that is very calm, very unaffected by the world outside, and it's not really affected by your thoughts and your feelings and your actions. So there is a separation between you, the true self that is observing, and the little self, let's call it the little self, that is the mind and the activity of the mind, which is what believes to be a person. So I'll talk about myself. For example, there is my true self, and then there's Maria, the person who lives a normal human life, who has feelings and thoughts. But then there's this part of me, which is not Maria, a part of me, my center, my core, who is just observing. So life happens and I observe, and there's the feeling that there's two of us, there's a separation. Now this is just an illusion of separation, and the way to understand this and to really be more grounded in the realization of the true self is to investigate. And the way you investigate is to ask questions. So you go on to do some self-inquiry. So remember that I'm not here to give you solutions. I'm here to guide and to say, look, try this or try that. But the experience must be your own, or else it's just me regurgitating something I read in a book, and that's not what I want. I want you to know for yourself. This is my experience. This is how I got there. But how is your experience? Okay? So try for yourself, and please leave some comments, because I really like to engage and see how my my subscribers and my listeners are going on with their experience. So the way I did this was, there's this sense of separation and something happens, I observe it, and then the feeling comes or the thought comes. Whatever thought, whatever feeling, it doesn't matter. It's just it's not the content, it's just the practice, okay, just the outline of what is happening. Okay, the thought comes and you ask, okay, I see the thought. Even if it's a negative thought, you don't push it away. You recognize the thought. Okay, the thought is there. I'm observing the thought, but where is this thought coming? And follow the thought. Try to see if you can find where it's coming from. And then ask, who is having this thought? And try and look for the person. You will the mind will fight this, and you will have this voice coming up saying, it's me. Are you stupid? Huh? It's me. I'm here. I'm the one having, I'm Maria. I'm the one having this thought. What are you talking about? But that's just mind activity. That's just a thought. Okay? So the thought comes. Who is having this thought? Where's the person? And the mind fights, and you go back into it. Who's having this thought? Who is the thinker of the thought? The feeling comes, you do the same thing. Okay, I can see the feeling. I'm not going to avoid the feeling, I'm going to feel the feeling. Observe. Observe the feeling. Okay, the feeling is there, you don't avoid it, you feel it, you observe the feeling, and then you ask, okay, where is this feeling coming from? Who's the feeler of the feeling? And then the mind comes again and goes like, it will fight, and it will say, it's me, oh, this is just stupid, stop asking questions, it's me, can't you see that I'm here? Okay, but that's just a thought. What's behind it? Who's having the thought? Who's having the feeling? Where's the person? Now, what I found in my investigations was that there's no person. And I spent hours investigating over a very big period of time. I investigated this over and over. And when I start feeling overwhelmed with a situation, or something happens that it's out of my control, although we never have control, but when it's out of my control and I don't know how to act or what to do, or my mind starts engaging with it, I just go back to my center. Who's feeling this? Where is the person? Where is the thinker of the thoughts? Where is the feeling, the feeler of the feelings? Because there's no one there. Okay, so one thing to remember in doing this exercise is leaving the mind a little bit behind. So it's when we're contemplating, or when we're doing self-inquiry, we don't use the mind to answer the question. So we ask the question, who's feeling this feeling? Who's the feeler, right? Where is the person? But we don't allow the mind to answer. So we ask the question, and we leave the space for the answer to rise. Okay, so when you leave a little bit of space, instead of going straight away with the mind saying, oh, I'm here, I'm whatever, if you leave the space, you'll see that there's nothing there. Because when the mind subsides, that little bit of space, that little period of calmness, of emptiness, the mind subsided, the person doesn't exist. And keep investigating, because after a while you understand that the person only exists when the mind is active. Okay, I know it's mind-blowing, it's a little bit hard to understand if you haven't experienced this firsthand, but investigate. Self-inquiry and contemplation is the best means to understand who we are and to transcend the little self. So good luck in your inquiry, good luck in your findings, and just share. Okay, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.